Are we sure this is working? I hope this is recording.
Well, this is one of the things that we do on major birthdays, and we've been doing it for a long, long time. This is Pammy's second birthday roast, but this is Pam's 60th roast.
Come gather, dear seniors and mature in-betweeners. Turn up your hearing aids loud, because Madame Wham Bam,
Thank you, Pam, wants to join the Silver Fox crowd. She thinks she can slither in with a girlish grin. Let her 60th birthday sneak by. She doesn't realize we've got new eyes, and them artificial lenses don't lie. Though Pamela pretends not to depend upon depends, we know the truth about aging. From creaks and groans and pain in our bones, not to mention hormones that are raging. Time seems to fly as the decades slide by. Now we're older and wiser and more frail. All except for young Stu, who operates with no clue. And can barely just stay out of jail. He went to the land down under to plunder. Get as far away from his mom as he could. Because she worked at the jail teaching felons to no avail. That much Stu understood. He remains aloof because he's still bulletproof. He's got no common sense. You mess around longer, them bullets get stronger, penetrate anything that's dense. Abby's mom is a toughie. She ain't no fluffy. She taught prisoners to cook with knives. Pam got her point across, so they called her boss, because they feared for their lives. I pity the poor guy who calls her Pookie Pop Pie. Only her daddy got away with that. And I'll just bet and wager that it took a Marine Corps wager to command her from being a brat. Pam never complains. Camp Pendleton's in the veins. Mitchie said she was the fave. Of course, Glenn has to bear it. The workload, they don't share it. He says she's a slave.
Pam's the mother hen, and she pecks on old Glenn. I admire his capacity for abuse. Like Peppo, her dog, who she would sometimes flog. Glenn's got his neck in a noose. Usually she's mild, but she can get wild, and she'll do it with a flip of a switch. If God ever forbids you mess with her kids, it's from sweetheart to stark raving bitch. Her kids may have flaws, but according to the laws, like a sacred coon, don't tree 'em. Her family's indivisible, and them faults are invisible, and you ain't allowed to see 'em. No matter what you think, Stu's shit doesn't stink. Just check out his Facebook page. And perfect Abby, by God, is totally unflawed, but her kids are at that developmental age. It's all in the norm of a tornado storm, and there's not a single blessed fault to be found. Misbehaving, mischievous, quite sweet, and most devious, all admirable traits to compound. Now Griffin, it's been gleaned, is named for a fiend, an eagle's head with a lion's body. Those creatures have wings and do terrible things, especially when drinking their body. He's skinny and tall, and he's still pre-alcohol. We doubt if he'll live up to his namesake. He's still Grandma's pet, her little space cadet. It's years before there's a claimed stake.
Unless, of course, God forbid, he's a normal kid, and he looks up to his favorite uncle. Abby'd die of the crazies and start fertilizing daisies before she could glance at Carbuncle. Now, I'm not saying anything wrong. Nothing that strong. No contrary comments about another. I'd be astonished before I admonished. I'm just saying, Abby knows her brother. Though she is crude while protecting her brood, her family expects her to be strong. She may be off the wall, but she's not crazy at all. She may be in doubt, but never wrong. She's like a fine wine, just coming to prime. She needs a roll in the rack once in a while. To make sure she's stable, just wipe off the dust from her label. Make sure you keep her in style. Every trip to the cellar, make sure that you tell her you're just checking the court for a fit. That way, when you pop it, there ain't nothing to stop it from filling your glass with a hit. Happy birthday, dear Penny, from here to Miami. You're gonna hit 60 with a bounce. And when you think that you've landed, don't be empty-handed.
That's right.
It's good for the